right, time to take a look at the DURATECH 10-piece Crowfoot wrench set. Okay, it's actually kind of cool. So it comes with a case and everything is actually labeled on here. I've never actually seen a cloth case with labeling on the inside. That's kind of neat. These are all 3/8 drive. Got a black phosphate finish, and they are labeled on the wrench itself. And this is a 6-sided Crowfoot wrench, which is the only style that I want to use because whenever you're putting this on especially like a brake line nut or anything like that, which is what mostly you're going to be using this for because it needs to go over the line, but it also needs to be able to connect. Crowfoot wrenches that just have the top and bottom, they have more of a tendency to want to slip, especially on soft metal like brass, which is what you're going to find on those nuts. With this, because it has more points of contact, it's actually going to be holding on to more sides of the nut. This is going to be able to provide a much more secure grip on that nut so that when you're spinning it, you're not going to have to worry about rounding it off. We got 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So that's good. So we got absolutely no skips from a 10 to a 19. And we can see even on that 10, we got a nice thick jaw on here. And it is also a little bit extra wide, so that we're going to make sure we get as much surface contact as possible as we can on those nuts. So here's a somewhat reasonable use case scenario for this. So with this one, this is sticking out too far for a shallow socket, and a long socket doesn't fit in this area. I think a normal person would probably use an open-end wrench to do this, but this is something we could use this for, especially if we don't want to be carrying around a bunch of open-end wrenches. So we can stick that guy on there. There you go. I can break that loose. Kind of adjust that how we want it. That's right about there. And lock it back down. So yeah, these things do come in handy for stuff that you probably don't even think about, but they are very nice. And even though this doesn't actually have slots, I have never seen a flare nut wrench that actually has slots cut in for the D10, but even without it, it does actually hold pretty well. Does it actually have slots? That's weird. It kind of feels like it does, because I mean, that is locked on. Maybe it does somehow, and I just can't see them. Whatever the case may be, this does hold on perfectly well, so I am very happy with this. This is a very nice Crowfoot set.